Welcome back to the SML podcast. Currently working title. We're here with Raider fan, Field General 007. Comment below what your suggestion is. Gourd us, add us, whatever. Come up with a name. Maybe we should call it Passing It Around. A little reference to Raiders pending alcoholism. Whatever you guys think, let us know. But we're back with the podcast by popular demand. We've got a lot to talk about. We're in the playoffs. Raider fan, you had the floor.
Well, it's good to be back. I'm glad we got this going. I wasn't sure if the EA would let me be on other podcasts. Seemed like everything was against me. Here I am, though.
I figured that they would have contacted your internet service provider and had you shut down so you couldn't play Madden, so you couldn't podcast. But fortunately, you're here. It's a Christmas miracle.
Well, I thought they took away your ability to record me.
They did for about an hour.
We overcame it, so.
Yeah. All right, so we're here. Let's go. Get to it.
So I wanted to touch on the awards for the 2021 season, and congratulations to the MVP, Melvin Gordon.
Wow.
Now, the NFL football, SML football, it's a team sport, right?
Correct.
But the MVP, his team is not in the playoffs. So that is an individual award right there.
Absolutely. And really,
and
that's
the runners-up.
That's indicative, real quick, that's kind of indicative of Blunt Burner's play style this season, though. It's been getting those outside runs, getting the big runs with Melvin Gordon, and if you're able to stop that, you win. I mean, I'm sure we could do that in another podcast where we break down all his wins and losses. Then there was a hashtag, and I mentioned it before, I think a couple guys got their PP slapped because they didn't have the run-pass ratio mixed up. There was the hashtag why pass, because the run has been so good this year, and in his case, why pass when you got a 2,000-yard MVP and still not make the playoffs? It's kind of mind-blowing, though, when you start to think about it. But go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
It's fine. I was given things to play on. But Roquan Smith was the runner-up. And you know his team, the Bears, have been a dominant force. The defense has been strong. And they are poised to be on the big stage if the Eagles don't.
We'll get to that. We will get to that. We'll break that down. But you were right. They have a great defense. Why is he the runner-up? What is his stat line? Has he got like 60 interceptions this year?
45 interceptions.
45 interceptions?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. In one season?
Yep.
I'm done playing this fucking game, dude.
Hold on. Maybe that's not, the team has 49 interceptions.
Oh, I was going to say.
Let me go get the exact numbers. I feel crazy now.
Damn, dude. I was like, that's a career for most guys, is 45. The one-armed bandit didn't even get that in the season when he was the Seahawks last year. Oshie's cheese. Can we just say Oshie is the cheesiest mofo left in the league right now?
Roquan Smith has 25 interceptions.
Okay. That's still a lot, but...
And 0 sacks. For a middle linebacker, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, for 25 picks?
Yeah.
What's the NFL? What's the real NFL record?
The real NFL record? I'd have to look.
Let's look it up.
Khalil Mack has 23 sacks.
23 sacks. So really you're saying is the Bears' defense is absolutely stacked.
And that if it's a video game that's broken and
yep, it gets worse every update.
Yep.
But it looks like 14 is the record.
14 picks in a season?
Yeah, and that was set back in 1952 by Night Train Lane, if that's accurate.
Yeah, and they banned Stickum.
Yeah. So I mean that's
they brought Stickum back for Madden 20.
We could talk about it all the time, and people are going to argue with my standpoint. It's, especially when you use or cover, you're just able to completely change the dynamic of this game. You know, you're just able to put that guy in a position that he would never go in. He's not going to be able to cover the field in that amount of time. Defenders don't come out with the balls because they announcers say it all the time. If they were that good at catching, they'd be playing wide receiver. Also, there's just certain guys that don't get their head turned around in time. I mean, you're playing catch-up. you're at the disadvantage playing defense. You're trying not to get your booty blasted.
People who actually understand football and are trying to play sim would never even try to do the things Roquan Smith's able to do, because it'd be like me trying to fly to the moon. It's not possible, so I'm not going to try to do it.
Don't say it's not possible. I believe in you.
Well, I would need a rocket. So, but so people like me, I would never try to do those things. I'd be like, well, let me stay within the realm of reality, because so I would never try something really gay and stupid. And then when I do accidentally do something gay and stupid, I get a pick or I cause a fumble, and I'm like, wow, if I played like a man, I wouldn't have got that.
No, and, it is a skill gap, and it's a video game. I get that, and the guys that
are children
and have it completely mastered to whatever degree, Prime, Oshi, all the OGs out there. I mean, I applaud them for what they're able to do.
We're going to alienate the entire listening base.
It totally pisses us off because we're the fucking bottom feeders of the league. Throwing picks to Roquan, I probably threw 4 or 5 of them to that mofo. But anyway, we'll get off the subject. But I think it's a legit question because, and I brought this up the last time, is it sim allowing guys to break their zones? I mean, if you want to follow a guy over the field, follow your one guy when you're playing man-to-man.
I don't blame the user, and I don't blame the league. I blame EA for letting it be.
Yeah.
Every Sunday when I watch football, I get mad all over again.
Yeah.
Because you'll see guys make great defensive plays that are amazing, and you just think, well, that was Madden, you would have picked that.
Right. I think
without any effort.
I guess what we need to do is accept it is what it is. EA has ruined the game. If we wanted to make a change, you'd have to adjust sliders, you'd have to adjust rules, and we just got to try to have fun for what it is. I just think that everyone needs to acknowledge that it's not necessarily realistic on what's going on, especially on the defensive side of the ball with the X factors. And I'm going to beat that dead horse until it's at the glue factory. But
that's what I want to do too.
Let's move on.
So the coach of the year was Matt Nagy from the
Bears.
From the Bears.
He's taking all the awards.
And then Melvin Gordon got Offensive AFC Player of the Year, and Darius Geis came in. And yes, the Redskins, and got Offensive AFC. So two running backs with Offensive Player of the Year from both divisions. And on defense, Roquan Smith, of course, was the Defensive Player of the Year, and Miles Jack for the AFC.
Wow.
And then Rookie of the Year, halfback Freddie Golden for the Ravens. And I didn't get to find his position, but Casey Coffey with the Giants. So I don't know what position he plays.
I don't either, to be honest with you.
And Defensive Rookie of the Year, the Bears got a guy up and coming, Joshua Wheaton. Go with those other dominant players. And Colts having the best team in the league this Madden release until Luck retired, and then it wasn't adjusted. Alfonso Merritt, Rookie of the Year.
Oh, his linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really, you can't. Prime's good. I mean, he develops his players. I mean, when you're able to use that guy and get the picks, he's going to get better, and I can definitely see that. And I think he said he unlocked some kind of ability in the game that he and I played week 17. So is that it for the awards?
Those are the awards that I had gotten to.
Wow.
I didn't do all the players. I don't see a point.
No.
That's predetermined. All the offensive linemen and everything.
Right. That's EA. Because they don't really correctly record offensive line stats. They're not doing all the pancake blocks. There's so many blocks that don't even get recorded. I don't get how they decide who goes to the Pro Bowl for linemen in Madden. It's kind of... It is what it is. It's just stupid. So was that it for your stat or your awards portion?
For the awards, yes.
You had another topic, didn't you?
Well, I was trying to look at this Final Four playoff matchups.
Yeah.
And I was looking for the trend. You know, what's the oldest axiom in football?
Defense wins championships.
Defense wins championships. The strongest defense this year was hands down the Bears.
Yeah.
And the Redskins are up there, the Colts are up there, the Ravens are up there, and then the Eagles are pretty far below them. The Eagles are not standing out in any category offensively. They're just a jack of all trades, master of none. And it seems like they're the underdog this year. If you really look at it, the Eagles are the least likely to make it to the big game and win it.
They are 11-5. The Bears are 13-3. Before we predict that, you have to go back because we haven't done a show in a few days, and a lot has happened since then. About a week. Wild card round. You had Steelers Chiefs. The Chiefs won 31-28. Haas moved on. The Jaguars annihilated. I believe that was the Patriots CPU, and I'll have to message Prime about that. 38-7. The Panthers and the Bucks 28-24, and the Eagles sneaked one out against the Redskins 23-20. Did WTF play that game? I know he was out of commission for a minute there. Was that a CPU game, or was that legit?
Oh, he played his game.
He did. Okay. So those guys moved on. It was a divisional round. Do you have anything surprise you there in the wild card round, or not so much?
Well, no, I thought the first Panthers Bucks game was in Tampa, and Tampa won it not by a large margin, but they won decisively. Right. And the second one was in Carolina, and the Bucks got. Oh, we're talking about the Redskins and the. You're
talking about whoever. You're on Bucks Panthers.
Well, I was just gonna say the Panthers beat the living snot out of Tampa in Carolina. Mm-hmm. So this third one, it was a close battle, came down to the wire, and the Redskins game, he was in that one till the end too.
Yeah, 23-20. It's amazing to me. That's like I said last time. I think I don't mean to cut you off again. That just shows you how good of a player that dude is. Take the Redskins and make them 12-4. That's a shitty team.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. Imagine what he could do with the Bears. He'd probably have 2 Super Bowls and be undefeated right now.
And, I mean, if you watch his streams, like, he's a legit streamer, too. Like, his stuff's very high-end, the stuff he does. The amount of viewers he has watching his stuff. Definitely a top-notch player, you know. Glad to have him here in the Sim Madden League. Do you got anything to say about the Chiefs-Steelers game?
No.
No. Okay. Divisional round. Chiefs Ravens. Ravens won 41-35. That was a back and forth game. The turning point in my mind, there was I don't know if it was an underthrow by Mahomes, a Messiah Jesus-like play by the defender, but it was a streak route he tried to throw. It was on the right-hand side. It was picked off by the Ravens, and that was pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back, and all the momentum started pouring for Meats at that point in time, in my opinion. Do you disagree or have other analysis from that game?
Yeah, I didn't really get to watch much of the game.
I didn't either.
And I just know that this year Meat seems to have Haas's number. Mm-hmm. Haas feels he can't stop the run right now. And, I mean, you can't come out in 7 DBs and
hope
2 linebackers and a defensive tackle and expect to have a realistic run stopping game unless you're prime.
Yeah.
And so I also wanted to touch on the fact that in 2019 Tyreek Hill took the single season receiving record, 2,524 yards.
Yeah, and now he put up 2,000 this year.
1978.
I thought it was 2,000.
And 1,978. And before that, it was Calvin Johnson in 2012.
Wow.
Unless you're looking at alternate realities and it was Garner.
Yeah, we're just wiping away what you did, and that doesn't count. But to me, go ahead.
Roquan Smith has the single season offensive INT record with 25 interceptions, and last season he took it and had 19.
Impressive stuff.
And Roquan Smith also had it in 2009. So 2021, 2020, and 2019, Roquan Smith has
Led the league and broke the record. So to me, the biggest surprise was the Eagles-Seahawks game where the Eagles won 30-20. The Seahawks' future was Prime's pick for the Super Bowl. He kept saying this. This is Seahawks season. He's got it. He's got the run. He's a scary team. We all remember that video. And now you look at this great team, 14-1-1, was pretty much dismantled by the Eagles. Gov, do you have anything you want to add, or?
Well, I like the idea of if you look at the stats,
Yeah,
Gov is not impressive in any way except for his record, and I think that's what makes him. You know.
Well, look at the
look at the Bears.
Look at the scorecards from that. I mean, he had a good passing game, which he does have a very dominant, deep. He loves corner routes. He hits you in the seam route. He's just got basically an unstoppable passing game. 17 of 27, 229, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. His running game was lackluster, 6 carries for 44 yards. But then you look at what he did defensively. Russell Wilson, 8 of 19, a buck 81, 2 TDs, 2 picks. That says it alone right there. You win the turnover battle. The running game from the Seahawks, 3 carries, 51 yards. Not very impressive. So obviously Gov decided to pull a big old defensive bout out of his booty hole.
Well, when you look at the stats,
his season stats.
The Bears defense, they have 49 interceptions.
Wow.
And hold on, I didn't look at their sacks. I'm still in single season records.
They had all the sacks in that, interceptions in that game. They picked off the Bears won 38-7, and they intercepted Jameis Winston 5 times.
There's where the Eagles stand out. Wow.
What's that, sacks?
The Eagles have 66 sacks.
Fletcher Cox has what, 30?
I'm not sure, but the Bears have 58 sacks as a unit and 49 interceptions, and those are strong in the passing game. That's where that's the passing game. But so you think, wow, he stops the pass, you got to run on him.
Right.
The Bears only gave up 1,114 yards on the ground.
Roughly 70 yards a game.
So it's really hard to say where you attack the Bears at.
You don't. The only one that really does is Prime, or did. I think they've played a Super Bowl this cycle, right?
No, Governor beat the Bears last year in the playoffs.
But we've had 2 seasons. I thought they played season 1, Prime and Oshie. Maybe I'm wrong.
Did Oshie make it?
Maybe I was high.
No, you could be right. Yeah. So that means Oshie has lost the playoff game and lost the Super Bowl.
It could be. I may be mistaken. But then you had the Jaguars who whooped up on the CPU, and then they played the Colts and laid an egg. He made some decent plays here and there. He was catching up to Prime, and then the floodgates opened up, and Prime just goated him. But now you got the Final Four. Ravens versus Colts. Coming up here very soon, within the next probably 20 minutes, half an hour. 13-3 versus 13-3. 2 AFC heavyweights. Lamar Jackson runs a lot, fumbles very little, it seems like. Seems to also play with a lot of the aggressive hits turned on because he has a lot of fumbles. It seems like his guys are always laying in the wood. So that's something always to think about when you play Meats, especially this season. He loves outside runs. Even going back to the days with the Bengals, he was known for stretch plays. You take it back to last cycle with Saquon Barkley and the Giants. I watched him take numerous halfback dives, bounce them outside, get 80-yard tutties. And then you got the Eagles versus Bears. As you just mentioned, 2 elite pass rushing teams. Daddy League's predicting the score 23-22. We're going to pick the NFC Championship game first. Average points scored for the Eagles, 29. Average allowed for the Bears, 14. Average scored for the Bears, 27. Average allowed for the Eagles, 18. Third down percentages, 46 compared to 47. Red zone, 80.8 compared to 80.3. The Bears, I'm pretty sure this is their offensive numbers. I hope, otherwise I'm going to look like an ass. But Rushing yards 114 a game. Passing yards 162. The Eagles 225 compared to 90 rushing yards. Takeaways 3 a game versus 3 a game. Turnovers 2 a game versus 2 a game. Daddy League's picking the Bears over the Eagles. I'm going to pick the Eagles over the Bears. I've seen Gov just do it in big games. I feel like he's going to get there. No disrespect to Oshie, but I don't know. I just feel like this is the Eagles' year to make it. And you're picking the Bears. Also,
no, I picked the Eagles.
Oh, you're picking the Eagles as well.
Yeah, I think the Bears team is amazing, and it's almost impossible to win or to lose with them. But I think user skill also comes into play. So I believe the Eagles win this game.
Well, but just even beyond user skill, I mean, they're both very good users. You can't discredit anything. I played him when he was Seattle. Great screenplays. Always good at running the ball, and obviously his user skill on defense. But I think what the Eagles...
I think it's more luck than anything.
Yeah, and I think what the Eagles has, outside of having Madden on his side, he's able to scheme very well. His offensive scheme, like I mentioned before, very good. His defense, obviously very good with 60 sacks or whatever it was that you named. So he's a team that's got to put the pressure on you and then keep the pressure on you offensively by running up the score. Colts, Ravens, I'm picking the Colts. I don't think Meats has a chance in the world at it. If he does, Jesus Christ himself intervened. Daddy League's picking it 24-21. Passing yards allowed, 169, 176. Rushing yards allowed, 75 compared to 71. Colts averaging 228 through the air. Ravens averaging 129. Ravens averaging 152 on the ground. The Colts averaging 104. 1 turnover apiece, 3 takeaways apiece. Prime 53% on third down. Meats 36% on third down. Offensive red zone 87 for Meats, 86 for Prime. Defensive red zone 78% for Meats, 52% for Prime. But Daddy League's...
I think.
Go ahead.
I think this prime Meats matchup comes down to the rookies.
The linebacker and who for the Ravens?
The middle linebacker Alfonso Merritt.
Yeah.
He was drafted with the he was drafted with the 15th pick in the first round.
Yeah.
And he's got 48 tackles. He's got 5 tackles for losses. So that's where Prime's going to be. He's going to be sitting on that guy. 9 tackle for losses. Sorry, 13 interceptions. He's going to be sitting on that guy. He's going to be reading the run. And then when you look at what the Ravens have done with that rookie running back, he has 201 carries for 1,486 yards. He averages 7.4 yards a carry, 17 touchdowns, and he's not extremely active in the receiving game. He's only got 14 catches, but if you look at Golden, he's an 87 overall already
as a rookie.
He's a superstar, not an X factor yet. And he's got 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 85 break tackle.
So he's fast.
And 89 elusiveness. 89 elusiveness and 94 agility. This guy was taken with the 12th pick in the draft. 11 teams passed on this guy.
I wonder how good he was coming out. That stock, how much was Meats just playing the piss out of him, meeting all those goals, getting his breakout goals. We'll never know how this guy would have been if he would have been with me or, say, the Raiders, two of the poorest and most inconsistent players in the league. We'll never know. Who are you picking? Colts, Ravens? I know you just said it comes down to the rookies, but you didn't pick a champion.
I'd have to say it's going to go Ravens.
Wow. Prime, I hope you're watching this at home and probably drinking a chocolate milk. Watching this after you beat the Ravens, of course, because by the time I get this put together and uploaded, the game will be commenced. But we wish Prime the best.
I remember one year at the end of the season, the Patriots and the Giants played in Week 17.
Yeah.
And the Patriots got lucky and beat the Giants at the end.
And then the Giants beat them in the Super Bowl.
Then in the Super Bowl, the Giants completely and utterly destroyed the Patriots. It wasn't even the Patriots weren't even in it.
No, and the Giants, they got that, the defensive run going through the Super Bowl. And especially when they got to the Super Bowl, their pass rush was unbelievable. What was it? It wasn't JPP. It was Michael Strahan and he played Notre Dame. I can't think of his name right now.
Osamura.
Oh, yeah, Osi Umenyiora was there. And I think they also had another guy. I can't think of his name. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, they had a killer pass rush.
Justin Tuck.
Justin Tuck. That's who I was thinking of. But yeah, they had the pass rush. This game, I don't think it's so much that. For one, Prime's playing the mindfuck game right now. He's doing all this humble pie. Meats is a very mental player, and Prime likes to play him like a puppet. If Meats was a puppet, like if you could picture a young little Meats puppet, and Prime putting his hand up to the puppet and just playing him, that's what happens. Prime does this mindfuck. He may not always do it right there in the chat. Maybe he's messaging him, sending him a little text, a little whispering sweet little nothings in his ear. And Meat says, yeah, I think I can win. No, wait, no. Prime, why are you telling me this shit? No, he's going to beat me. Oh, no. And then Prime beats him, and it's no good. But I think Prime's got it. I think it's going to be the Colts versus the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and the Colts will reign superior and notch another Lombardi trophy. But
I think Lamar Jackson is unstoppable, and Meats is going to run for 4 first downs, and Prime's going to sit in the house, and Meats going to go over the top, and Prime's going to be down 35-0 before you know it.
I think I would. I'd rather give up the running game to the running back than allow him to get going with Lamar Jackson. I think that opens up too much. If you let Lamar get going through it, then you got to worry about the option plays, all the play action after that. But really, it's just try to take away the run altogether. If he's going to beat your guys man-to-man or whatever it is you're going to play through the pass game, let Meats have a good game pass because he's going to fuck up. I'd say play the run and pass rush the piss out of him. But I think it's...
So we both got Eagles, and you have Colts, and I have Ravens.
Correct. We got we're at 27 minutes here, so we got to finish this up. That way we're not quite as bad as last time. But I think it's going to be Colts, Eagles in the Super Bowl. I think everyone's had a fantastic season so far. Let me know if you guys... I've been approached about it. Let me know if you want me to join the primer to make things interesting. What do you think? Are you in the primer?
No, I didn't have enough time for 2 leagues. I asked them to help get me out of the primer.
That's my thing too. Like, I don't really know if I want to invest the time to play the games, or I don't know. It's something I'm pulling it over right now. But anyway, if you guys have any topics you want us to cover next time, message RaiderFan, message me. This is SML Podcast working title. Let us know what you want us to call the show. I think something like passing rounds, doing the rounds, something with rounds. I don't know. But anyway, guys, we appreciate you watching. Be sure to like, subscribe. Join us on daddyleagues.com/SML, simmaddenleague.com. We're all over. We've got stuff on the YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon for notifications if you're one of those people. We appreciate you. We love you. And have a great day.